Our summer-like temperatures continue. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon is on our weather patio, and just a bright sunshine glow you have on you here tonight, Sarah, and it's definitely feeling like summer.
Yeah, hey there, guys. Still rather warm out here on the weather patio today. More summer warmth is in store, so if you're just ready for summer, I think it's officially arrived. We'll take a look at your first alerts here tonight. Big talking points in the next few days is going to continue to be these warm temperatures with highs remaining into the 80s over the next 7 to 10 days. We're also looking at some limited rain chances here for the region. So tonight, if you're looking to get outside, a quiet one to do so, looking at dry conditions. Some cloud cover, though, gradually increasing. So that will be one thing to keep an eye on here for tonight, but no concerns in terms of rainfall for tonight. Temperatures, though, staying mild 70s here the next few hours, eventually falling back to the 60s by later tonight. Tomorrow, gearing up for more 80s and more sunshine. This trend just continuing on and on like the Energizer Bunny. So we'll talk more about those forecast details as that summer stretch continues here in the region.
Sarah, thank you. We'll see you in a little bit.
And the weather certainly has been warm and beautiful. We are gearing up for more warmth, more summer conditions. Fortunately, not good news when it comes to rain potential in the coming days. A look at tonight's Garden Gallery winner. We have Brenda from Byron with some beautiful bleeding hearts there. Congratulations, Brenda. You can head on over to Custom Landscape retaining wall and landscape to pick up your prize. We'll have another Garden Gallery winner tomorrow evening. You can send your submissions to garden@kppc.com. Your first alert forecast is next.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
It's a hot one out there today as we continue to track the next big thing for the upcoming week. More summer warmth on the way in the coming days. Unfortunately, not the greatest news in terms of upcoming rain chances, as those stay very limited. And due to that, we've been looking at some early drought conditions developing in portions of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. So let's take a look at the latest drought monitor, which just came out today. You can see the yellow indicating abnormally dry conditions here, and this includes much of the local viewing area. So due to that lack of rain that we've seen so far this month, that is the result. How are things shaping up at this moment? So we'll take a look at the Rochester International Airport for statistics. So far for the month of May, we've picked up 64/100ths of an inch of rainfall, which is down by about 3 inches. We're below 3 inches below average here for the month for the Rochester area. And unfortunately, that is not good news. And we're not looking at much good news either on the horizon. We may have a couple spotty chances, spotty showers possible Saturday, maybe some stray showers and thunderstorms by next Thursday. So this is not good news as those drought conditions may continue here in the next couple of weeks. Live look outside on a quiet, warm evening here from your Lewis and Otto live camera. If you're looking to get out and about here in the next few hours, a good evening to do so. Cloud cover, though, continuing to increase. Temperatures will stay mild here for the evening hours, so great night to spend a little time outside. Heading into tomorrow, you guessed it, the summer heat continuing. High temperatures will be in those mid-80s tomorrow. Plenty of sun on the way as well. Here's a look at that 10-day forecast. 80s just going and going and going here through the weekend and well into next week. And like I said, really not much in terms of upcoming rain chances on the way. We'll keep an eye on maybe that stray thunderstorm chance next week. But between now and then, plenty of sun, not so much with the rain.
All right, lots of sunshine to come our way, Sarah. Thank you.
Nick is standing by with your sports tonight.
Here's one more look at that 10-day forecast. Temperatures staying or will be in the 80s here to end the week. Continue into this weekend, and they stay that way throughout all of next week. Rain chances very, very limited. Maybe some spotty showers Saturday, maybe a chance for some stray thunderstorms next Thursday.
We want to thank you so much for joining us for your news, weather, and sports tonight at 6.
We hope you'll join us again for more news, weather, and sports at 10. Good night.
Minnesota and northern Iowa. More on those first alert forecast details as we continue to track a dry forecast. As details are ahead. It certainly was another hot day out there today. Plenty of sunshine and, of course, plenty of warmth. As we take a look at your first alerts here tonight, we continue to track more mild temperatures, not only tonight, but the warmth, that summer warmth, continuing throughout the next several days. So summer certainly in full swing here at this point in time. But the other big talking point here of the next week or so is going to be the lack of rainfall. Limited rain chances on the way here in the next 7 to 10 days. Tomorrow, no rain in sight. We'll see a mix of some sun and clouds on the way for the area. High temperatures tomorrow looking to hang out in the mid 80s for us here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. A mix of sun and clouds on the way. Overall, a decent Friday, gearing us up for a great weekend. But Brock, it's going to be toasty here in the next few days.
I hope this isn't a sign of things to come for the rest of the summer with this dry stretch.
I know, hoping for some rain soon.
Okay, Sarah, thanks so much. Good to see you. We'll welcome you back in a bit.
And we continue to look forward to more summer warmth as we inch closer to the start of meteorological summer on June 1st. However, keeping an eye on the possibility of could we maybe see a rain chance in the near future. Look at that allergy report today. Trees still at a high level, dust down to a moderate level today. All other allergens sitting at low levels. We are gearing up for more summer warmth here for your finally Friday. High temperatures tomorrow into those mid 80s. Your first alert weather is next. It certainly was another hot day out there for the region, but as we look at the next big thing, more of that summer warmth is on the way. We continue to track high temperatures into the 80s through this weekend and into next week. The other big talking point here for the region is going to be limited rain chances, or the lack of rain that we have seen so far for this month, and that has led to some early drought conditions developing here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Looking at the latest drought monitor, you can see a good chunk here of southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, seeing abnormally dry conditions. So this is the lowest level of that drought scale. So should we see some beneficial rainfall in the next handful of weeks? I think we can kind of reduce that. But notice off to the west, back towards the South Dakota into Nebraska, looking at extreme and even severe and extreme droughts in that direction. So thankfully, conditions not that bad yet. Hopefully we can avoid it. But here's a look at some of those local stats for the Rochester International Airport. So far for the month of May, we have picked up 6,400ths of an inch of rain, 3 inches behind where we should be here for this time of the year. So we're below average by about 3 inches here for the Rochester area. And unfortunately, not good news to tell you about here tonight, as we lack the upcoming chances for rain in the area. Maybe some spotty showers Saturday, but that should stay very, very sparse if we do see that rain developing. Otherwise, maybe next Thursday, a chance at some stray shower and thunderstorm activity. So not good news here for the rain departments. If you are enjoying the dry conditions, this is a forecast for you. High temperatures here tomorrow will be into the mid 80s, a mix of sun and clouds. A nice day overall. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for Mankato. We're looking at temperatures there in the low 80s here this weekend. Otherwise, kind of oscillating between those low and mid 80s. A pretty quiet forecast here on the way. Look at that 10-day forecast for the Rochester area. Similar story, low 80s this weekend, but plenty of days here tomorrow and next week with highs there in the mid 80s.
Well, we'll build up some muscle using all those watering cans since we're not going to get any help from Mother Nature.
Yeah, those rain barrels, though, they'll go dry pretty quick.
Yeah, I know. We need to take care of everything, so we'll cross our fingers, Sarah. Thank you so much.
We continue to keep a close eye on upcoming heat here for the region as we look forward to the weekend and continuing into next week. A look at your Friday forecast. We track high temperatures, still warmer than normal, into the low and maybe even some mid 80s on the way. We will see a bit more cloud cover than today, tracking that sky cover anywhere from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy for your Friday. More on your weekend forecast is ahead in your first alert weather.
All right, there we find meteorologist Sarah Gannon, and definitely one of those evenings where you don't need a jacket to be outside. It looks like about 75 degrees right now. How does it feel, Sarah?
Hey there, Brock. It is very comfortable out on the weather patio this evening. A comfortable night, and we're gearing up for more warmth here in the coming days. We'll take a look at your first alerts here on this Thursday evening. The big talking point here is going to continue to be those warm temperatures. We'll continue to stay quiet here overnight. Some clouds filtering in and out, and a few more clouds possible here for your Friday, but otherwise high temperatures staying in the 80s here the next several days. The other big talking point here of the upcoming week is going to be the lack of rain on the way. We may have a couple limited chances, but that's it. Limited here for this point in time. Tomorrow, keeping with high temperatures above average, we typically should be in those lower 70s. Instead, we'll see highs tomorrow in the mid 80s. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day as well. So a quiet day, but wishing we could have a little more rain. We'll talk more about our lack of rainfall so far for the month of May ahead in your first alert weather. We are gearing up for more summer warmth here in the next few days. Well, next several days. We'll take a look at what to expect heading out the door tomorrow, tracking more sun and another warm day. Look to see high temperatures tomorrow climbing in the low to mid 80s. Mix of sun and clouds is expected, and that weekend forecast looking mighty nice. More on those first alert forecast details are next. We are coming off of a beautiful day here in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. Let's talk about the next big thing. More summer heat on the way, above average temperatures. We'll see those temperatures remaining in the 80s here the next week or so. An extended stretch of warmth. We are gearing up for limited rain chances, so it's not completely zero, but it is rather low. And due to the lack of rainfall that we've seen so far during the month of May, we are starting to see some early drought conditions developing. So here's a look at the latest drought monitor. This did just get issued today. This is recent released as of today. I believe the data effective as of Monday. So this may not account for the rain that parts of the area did see on Tuesday. You can see much of southern Minnesota here, northern Iowa, looking at an abnormally dry condition. So this is the lowest level of that drought monitor. If we zoom further out, you can see off to our west, we have that severe and extreme drought back towards South Dakota, Nebraska, up towards north central Minnesota, looking at a moderate drought there. So if we can see some rainfall, that might be able to back off some of those drought threats. However, though, the forecast looking very dry in the next several days. Let's recap our month of May as it quickly comes to a close. So far for this month at the Rochester International Airport, we have received 0.64 of an inch of rain in the Rochester area, and that's down by about 3 inches. We are about to 3.1 inches below average for this month. Like I said, not good news here in the immediate forecast as we track pretty dry conditions in the next 7 to 10 days. Maybe some spotty showers on Saturday. Maybe a chance at some stray shower and thunderstorm activity next Thursday. That's our next two possibilities. We'll monitor that very closely. And again, we'll take any little bit of rain that we can get. A little bit more cloud cover off to the west here for tomorrow. We'll see high temperatures in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa into those mid 80s here for the area. Some low 80s in a few spots. Let's see more consistent cloud cover throughout the day. I'll look at that 70 forecast for the Mankato area. Low 80s on the way for this weekend. Mid 80s by next week. I'll look at that 10-day forecast for Rochester. Similar story, pretty dry, warm stretch for the area. That's a look at your first alert weather. Thanks, Nick. Here's one more look at that 10-day forecast. A beautiful stretch of weather. We'll see plenty of sunshine and plenty of warmth. Temps will be above average here, staying in those low and into the mid 80s here, not only through this weekend, but well into next week. Depending on how you look at the situation, good news, we have a dry stretch if you're looking to get outside. However, it's been rather dry so far this month. We could desperately use some rainfall. Those rain chances, though, staying pretty limited. Maybe a few spotty showers Saturday, but well, I think maybe a possible chance maybe next week, next Thursday, some stray showers and thunderstorms.
Yeah, I had to look very closely to see those icons. I was like, okay, Thursday maybe. So
maybe. Fingers crossed we can get something.
If we all do it, maybe. All right. Thanks, Sarah, and thank you for being. Our attention shifts to our weather forecast. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon is on our weather patio. Sarah, it looks like your flower collection is growing out there. Maybe I'm just behind the times, but definitely going to need to keep them watered here in this heat.
Yeah, aren't they beautiful? They're just absolutely gorgeous. We've been busy in the weather department trying to keep up with watering here this week, and I'm sure you at home have been busy with that as well. Those rain barrels may be running a little dry. Unfortunately, not many rain chances here in the immediate forecast. As we take a look at your first alerts for tonight, we are quiet. Temperatures stay mild. Temps, though, remaining rather warm here in the coming days. We're tracking more highs in the 80s and really not many rain chances on the way, unfortunately. Here's a sneak peek into your Friday, how to plan out your day. Take a look at those temperatures by the morning, upper 50s to low 60s, and then we'll track highs into those lower to mid 80s by tomorrow. Mix of sun and clouds on the way. That weekend forecast, though, shaping up to be pretty nice for the area, Brock.
Already looking forward to that, Sarah. Thanks so much.
Oh dear, indeed. We are gearing up for more summer warmth here in the coming days. Rain chances, though, unfortunately, continuing to stay fairly limited. We'll break down all those forecast details. Here's a sneak peek at your Friday as we take a look out the door for tomorrow. Plan on a mild day to kick off your Friday with temperatures in those upper 50s to low 60s, ultimately climbing into the mid 80s by the afternoon. Take a look at that weekend forecast and your first alert weather coming up.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
It certainly was a warm day out there today. Plenty of sun, plenty of heat. As we look ahead to the next big thing, we continue to track more summer warmth, more above average temperatures with highs into the 80s. We are keeping an eye on the possibility of maybe a couple rain chances, but they stay fairly limited. And with the lack of rainfall that we've seen so far this month in the area, we are starting to see some early drought conditions developing. Not good news here for the region. As we take a look at that latest drought monitor for southern Minnesota into northern Iowa, we are seeing abnormally dry conditions. So the lowest level here of that drought monitor tier, but still concerning. You're probably noticing the dry conditions out there, the extra dust in the sky and the layers here outside. Further off to the west, though, conditions a little tougher. Severe to extreme drought back towards South Dakota and into Nebraska. Let's take a look at our Rochester stats here for the month of May. So far for the month in the Med City, the Rochester International Airport has registered and recorded a 6/400ths of an inch of rainfall. That is 3 inches below average. So we're behind on our rainfall for the month, and that has led to those abnormally dry conditions. Unfortunately, not good news here in the immediate forecast. Next 7 to 10 days looking fairly dry. Maybe some stray showers possible Saturday. We'll keep an eye on that. I think maybe a better possibility come Thursday next week, maybe some stray showers and thunderstorms there. So we'll monitor all rain chances, as we could absolutely take advantage, and we need that rain here when we can. So looking ahead to tomorrow, it's a dry day, a little more cloud cover than what we saw today, but we will be looking at high temperatures into those lower to mid 80s. Let's take a look at that 10-day forecast here. The weekend looking beautiful. We're looking at low 80s for those afternoon high temperatures, a mix of sun and clouds. Temps, though, rebounding to those mid 80s, staying warmer than normal for the area. Typically, we should be looking at highs in those lower 70s right now. So we're looking at temperatures expected to be about 10 to 15 degrees above average here in the next 7 to 10 days.
Well, it's giving us good practice for summer.
It sure is, yes.
All right, Sarah. Thanks so.
Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for the Austin, Mason City, and Winona areas. We are tracking more summer warmth in the coming week, next 2 weeks, really. High temperatures tomorrow, low to mid 80s. We'll see more so partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies, so a bit more cloud cover than what we saw today. Heading into the weekend, looking pretty nice, upper 70s to low 80s, maybe a chance at some stray rain showers here come Saturday. Otherwise, plenty more summer warmth next week. Keeping an eye on Thursday for a chance at some showers and thunderstorms. Nick? Let's take another look at your forecast here heading into your Friday morning. Out the door tomorrow, we'll look at temperatures into those mid 60s for kids that are still hanging out in school here. Kind of finishing up the week, we'll see temperatures tomorrow afternoon sitting into those lower 80s. So a quiet day on tap here for your Friday. We'll see those afternoon highs area wide into those low to mid 80s. We're looking at 84 for that expected high in Rochester, 82 for Mason City, Albert Lee, Austin looking to climb to 83, same for Mason City. Towards Caledonia, 82, 83 for the Preston area. So another warm day. I think we'll see more cloud cover a little closer to the I-35 region. So partly cloudy to mostly cloudy sky on the way for tomorrow. Let's take a look at a little sneak peek here at that weekend forecast. Saturday into Sunday, temperatures sitting into those upper 70s in some locations, more so low 80s, more sun on the way as well. And the heat, the sunshine just continuing throughout next week as we track those high temperatures into the mid 80s. Unfortunately, not a lot of rain chances here in the immediate forecast. A bit of a bummer there. We will look to track maybe some sprinkles, a few stray spotty showers there possible Saturday, but maybe keeping a closer eye towards Thursday. Still far out. A lot can change here in the next week or so, but we'll keep an eye out for maybe some stray showers and thunderstorms come late next week.
We have a little bit of time here, so we want to remind you can always stay up to date with our free KTTC news and weather apps. A lot of information. We push out some sports scores once in a while, too, so you stay connected there. And be sure to join our morning team starting at 4:30 for the latest on what's going on locally here in southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. Thank you for staying up late with us tonight, everyone. Enjoy your evening.